So it's the last week of the Community Series Showcase in GTA Online. So what the weekly challenge is going to be this week, you've got to win 3 races, and then you've got to play 5 altogether, haven't you, to get the 500,000. So, yeah, the last week for it. It's been a bit underwhelming, to be honest, because I don't think they've added anything new in. I mean, if I bring the jobs up now, play job, community jobs. Okay, some of these I've not played because we tend to not play these because people don't like the death matches and, well, the PvP modes, so we just play the races. But some of these do look familiar. Some of these do look familiar. And then when they have had races in, like the other week, for example, they were just all tracks that we'd played before. It's a bit weird how they decided to... When was it? It was some point last year. Some point last year, they decided to make a bit of a change with the community series. How they split it from the community race series and then like the community... what? PvP series. I don't know what they call it. Combat series, that's it. It seemed like they were going to be doing more with it because, you know, we were always complaining. Remember when they always used to bring new ones out when they actually added in new... Well, they weren't new jobs. Some of them were really old, but they were actually adding in new jobs that had never been in the community showcase before. Remember when they actually used to do that? They don't do that anymore. But it seemed like that's what they were going to end up doing when they made all this fuss about, you know, changing the community series stuff last year at some point. And it's just always been repeat jobs that were in... well, throughout when they first started doing it to whenever they stopped doing it. And now we've got this, where they're just, again, recycling jobs that have already been in the community series. It was a weird one. It was a weird one because some of the jobs that they were adding into the community series were like ancient. Bulldog welcome, by the way. Like, really ancient. Like over 10 years ago. And it's like, how are you adding in jobs from over 10 years ago? It's just bizarre. Like jobs before a lot of the props got added in. So these jobs aren't as good as what the jobs are. Well, I guess they're not as good as well, for today's standards, put it that way. Not as good as today's standards. I mean, that river rat thing, that was one that would always stick out for me. And the one with the F1 cars on the beach. Who played that? Like, who played those jobs? Who play tested those jobs and thought, yeah, you know what? This is what people want to play. It's almost like whoever at Rockstar... You hear people ranting about game developers a lot these days, but honestly... whoever was testing those jobs and putting them into the community series, they cannot play this game. They cannot play this game. Because how they thought those jobs were good enough to add in there when there's people that have made way better jobs, I have no idea. It's like how you hear these stories about like primary schools and whatnot giving out a medal to the entire class, like a participation medal. It's like, no, the best jobs should be getting put into the community series. I've always said this, even mine that got added into the community series, that is not good enough to get thrown in there because there's some people that spend months making just one race. I did not spend months making that race. I spent probably about 6 hours in total making that. About 6 hours in total. I mean, I've spent a lot more time in the creator, haven't I, to get to that point, to be able to make a job like that, you know, to get familiar with the tools and learn what you can and can't do, but I can make a job better than that. I just don't want to put the time and effort in for an entire month to make a job in GTA Online, especially when... Well, that's something as well, GTA 6. When's GTA 6 going to come out? I don't think that's ever going to come out at this point, to be honest, because we are nearly in April and it seems like we're not going to get anything. Saying that, it can just creep up on you and then all of a sudden you've got a trailer out of nowhere like what happened last year, but that's almost a year ago now. It's just weird. I always think back to what that Strauss-Zelnick said. How ridiculous what he said, by the way. Just sat there and lied to everybody. So, what he basically said now, they were going to start releasing marketing material close to release rather than years in advance, and it's like, it was already a bit weird him saying that. I'll have mentioned this many times before as well, but it was already a bit weird him saying that, considering that we were going on, what, 18 months? That's 18 months after trailer 1. And now the game's been delayed again. It's almost going to be 3 years between trailer 1 and release. And it's like, what are you on about? You're not going to do things like other publishers and reveal projects, or I think he said release marketing material, but like trailer 1 and trailer 2, that is marketing material. Is that just not marketing material to him? No, it's marketing material, isn't it? So you knew the game was going to get delayed. It didn't really know when the game was going to come out. They still know when the game's going to come out. Still could get delayed. But it's out there. Knew the game was going to get delayed. And thought, you know what, we've got to continue this hype. I'll just lie to people. Or just say, oh yeah, we'll start releasing marketing material close to release. And then like less than a month later as well. I think it was less. It might have just been over a month. When was it? It was the 6th of May, wasn't it? And this is at some point in April, I think, this interview. Or maybe the back end of March. And everyone then, when the trailer 2 came out, before they saw that it got delayed at the end, thought, well, this is it. The game must be coming out this year. But then it got delayed. And this is... I've lost my bearings with it all now. I'd have to watch the trailer again. I'm sure it got delayed on the trailer. I'm sure the first time it got delayed it was just like a tweet or something. Yeah. I'm sure I've remembered that correctly. I can't really remember that well because it's not really something that I paid attention to. I'm not, like I said many times before, I'm not really bothered about those trailers. Like, who gives a shit? Wow, the game looks better graphically. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It can't just be me. Like, GTA 6 could look the exact same as this. I want to know what they're improving in terms of gameplay. I want to know what they're doing in terms of, well, physics. Improving the physics is a big one, because that affects the gameplay. What are they going to make possible that isn't possible with the limitations that they've got on this game that they're not going to have with GTA 6, because GTA 6 is going to be a current generation game rather than this, a 360 game. Yeah, they've improved things over time, so like obviously this game, how it is now, can't run on a 360, but at its core this is a 360 game. PS3 game. So what they're going to do that's going to improve the gameplay through the physics that just were never possible because of hardware limitations when this game was developed. I couldn't give a shit about the graphics. Graphics... Good video game graphics are for people that just... I feel like the NPCs. They're NPCs, aren't they? If you like your graphics, graphics are going to be passable. It's alright when the graphics are nice, it's interesting to look at, but especially when you get these games these days that try and push things a bit too photorealistic, and it gets to a point where it's like... It looks a bit weird. Do you not think? It looks a bit weird. I miss when games used to look like games. Like, you can tell it's a game, but it looks good. The lighting looks good for a game. You can tell it's a form of art rather than just something that's trying to imitate real life. It's the same sort of thing as like AI generated content, really. You know, when you see AI generated videos when it just doesn't look right, it looks off. That's what these super, you know, when video gamers try and go for super realistic graphics, that's what it looks like. Like all these little imperfections that you used to have with graphical fidelity in video games, they added to the experience. I just don't think people realise at the time, because obviously the push to always make graphics better and better each generation was more of a thing 20 years ago, because look at the games that people were playing 20 years ago. Look at the resolutions and just, yeah, just imagine a PS1 game, PS2 game, that sort of era. Like back end of like the 360 era of games, that's probably when graphics peaks. Maybe at the start of Xbox One. Because like, welcome if you're just joined us, by the way, I'm just waffling. This has all started from the community series showcase and saying I don't want to make a job for a month because of GTA 6, and they started talking about GTA 6 and how I couldn't give a shit about the graphics. I'd have to give some examples. Like that new game that's come out, that, what is it, Crimson Desert? It's, yeah, don't know. See these people going on about the water physics as well. It's just, okay, but what about gameplay? What about gameplay? It's a weird one, that. It really is. Sound like a cool guy? No, maybe I am. Maybe I am. But yeah, this with GTA 6 is that there's no point in me making a new job in GTA Online when the game's supposedly going to come out this year. Like, why would I sit there for a month making a really good job? You know, making a custom track with that integrates well with the world that's all, you know, the roads that are already there in GTA Online, making sure that like, it flows well. It's got undulation. Like it takes time to do stuff like that. Like you've got to put things down, delete it, and try and remake it loads of times just for it to try and feel right. And you've got to plan it and things like that. It can take a while to actually make a good track. So it's no surprise that some people end up making jobs for a month. I mean, I tend to, the ones that I've made, I've tend to keep them simple because I've made the jobs mainly to play on stream, and because everyone's at a different skill level, if I make the track simple, then the racing's going to be closer. Don't get me wrong, I prefer more intricate tracks because it's more, it's a better drive, isn't it? But when you're playing in with a group of mates, and you've got people from in the stream playing with you, and then some people may never often play races, and then they just get left behind, and you're not laughing with each one another because you're all at separate points of the track. It's just not that fun, is it? Does it have TikTok? Yeah, I barely use it. There you go, look. 418 million. I have TikTok, but I don't use it because I don't like it. I made a TikTok ages ago. Not ages ago. A few years, but and I uploaded some of the shorts that I uploaded to YouTube on TikTok just to compare TikToks to YouTube shorts. I don't know. I don't really like short format content. I did make some short format content, but nothing too much. It was mainly I'd never bothered with it. I never bothered with it because I was never interested in it. And I thought, you know what, I'll try and... This is a few years after they added it in, YouTube Shorts. Maybe 2 years after. I started making them, and it was kind of interesting just to see how well they'd perform at first. But I just didn't enjoy making them. Didn't enjoy making them. It's not really... The thing is with shorts, it's not really something that I can tell. Like, I can't make something that somebody wants to watch because I don't really want to watch them myself. Like the YouTube shorts that I made, like my most popular one, I'm sure, is showing people how to find the Phoenix. Got nearly 200,000. I think that might be my most popular video. I haven't made... I don't think I've uploaded a YouTube short video in 3 years. Jetpack, what you mean, the thing in the facility? I don't know what you call it now, because I've never used it. Never ever used it, even when that thing first got added in. Maybe use it once or twice, and it just feels shit to use, so I just never use it. But I've not made shorts properly. When was this? This will have been about September 2023. It's just coming up with interesting facts you didn't know about GT Online. It's just some... It's just shit. Like some people will give a shit about just nonsensical things. Like who gives a shit? And it's like, like this is just not interesting to me. So like trying to find something that is like that to make a video on. Well, what's interesting? What are people going to find interesting? I have no idea. No idea. It's for... I kind of don't like using the term normies, but it is... Short format content is for normies. Yeah, I have it. I just never use it because it's shit. It might be one of the worst vehicles in the game. I guess you could say it served its purpose. It's when it first got added in, but it was only because it was in the garage, and you could call it out. It's called the thruster now, something like that. Anyway, to sum up graphics in video games, like, who cares? Who cares? Just the gameplay and the physics side of things and how well optimized the game is and etc. is far more important than the graphics. I think only people that don't really play games care about the graphics, because it's like... I don't really like using this term either, but it's slop. The rinse is slop. This crew colour now. On this specific car, Byron. Welcome, by the way. Because I can grab it. Nothing really happens much, because we have a group chat on Twitter, but nothing really happens much in it anymore because there's no notifications for whatever reason. You do get notifications, but you don't get notifications. It's weird. So like, you get the message icon at the side, don't you? That won't have notifications, but if you click on the messages, then you'll get the notifications. It's just weird. I'm trying to find it. I'll put it in the YouTube chat when I find it. It's... Will I try and find it? It's a colour from Forza. We're putting this colour on cars on Forza, and I thought, you know what? It might look alright in GTA, this. And I messaged Fishman, saying, mess around with this when you get a chance, because he's always looking for colours and that. So I thought, you know what, I'll send it him. That's it. I'll send it him, and he actually made it, so... It's just got a white pearl on it, white interior, white rims. Well, it's unselected, it barely looks different. Should probably do what I did with this. I mean, I don't normally do that. If you've got something like Forza, you can see the colours for yourself on another game. I mean, they probably won't look exact from game to game, but look very similar. Put it this way, this looks pretty much identical to the colour in Forza. It probably looks a bit different just because of the engine. But there's next to no difference.
What's wrong with her now?
What was I going to say about it now? I was going to say something. Oh, that's it. You have to do a bit of maths though.
Good to go.
Because Forza's colour values are a bit weird. Because it's not done out of, you know, like full 360 degree. You know, like when you've got the colours in a circle, that sort of thing, and you're on a colour picker. You haven't got full 360 degrees. Well, you have. You've got it's not 360 degrees. It's 1. It's a value of 1. So from 0 to 1. That's what it works with. So you kind of have to work out what 0.65, for example, is of 360. So what is 65% of 360? And that's your hue value. And I think that the brightness, the saturation and the brightness, you don't have to do that. It's just the hue value. It's just always weird to me because I remake it. So to get money in Forza, if you make the vinyl groups, like the stickers that people download and car liveries and whatnot, if you make the vinyl groups, people download them if you upload them straight away, and then you make money off them. But to get the colours exactly the same as how they are, you know, on the actual logo of whatever you're making, you have to... Oh, got an advert. I can't even hear myself speak. Come on, let me skip it. I can't even skip it. What is this? I should just mute it. Anyway, so you have to get the U value, which is often out of 360 degrees. And then be like, well, what is... Basically, what is, let's say, 245? What is 245 out of 360 as a percentage basically, and then it'll come out and say, oh, it's like 60 something percent. So then it's like, well, in Forza, if it's 60 something percent, then it's 0.6 something for the U value that you have to put in. It irritates me all of the time, because if I want to get the colours exactly precise as what they are, you know, to match the logo as much as possible or whatever I'm recreating, I always have to do that. It's just long-winded. It's like, why is it done out of one? Why one? Why? What else is like that? It's always 360 degrees. You always have to do the maths for it. I've wrecked the car already. Brilliant.
What miracle did you want me to perform? You have any problems? You bring her back to me.
But colours like this tend to work the best anyway, because you can tell that they're a crew colour. They don't look ridiculous. You get lots of crew colours that used to be really saturated. And a colour like this works well on most cars. It's just a bit... It's just a bit at times. Can you really tell what colour it is? It depends on the lighting conditions. The other one's worse than this, because you can tell this has got a bit of a blue tint to it. It looks slightly more blue on Forza, in fact. I've got a dark blue one, haven't I? I've got a dark blue one. You know, the yellow, like secret gold pearlescent. And at times, or a lot of times, it looks black. You'd think it was black, but it's not. It's just dark blue. It's just too dark. Whereas this looks a bit grey, doesn't it? But it's got a bit of colour to it. Anyway, there's still no real point in playing this game because they don't do anything anymore for it. Say they don't do anything for it anymore. They're doing this community series showcase stuff at the minute, aren't they? But it's like the lowest of the low effort that they could do just to keep the game going. And it's so evident because it's just all of the jobs that were already in previous community series as just all re-released. It's the fact that the game's got a subscription service as well. I was just like, you've got a subscription service in the game, and we get less content now that you're making more money off people than what we did beforehand. And it really is bullshit. It really is. Like, we shouldn't come to expect content from them. We shouldn't be entitled to content, but it's within their best interest to keep this game going with a decent amount of content for as long as possible so they can continue making money. It's within their interest more than ours. And we just get nothing. Arena vehicles. That is just something I can never... No. I could never. Bulldog. I could never. I'm in an Arena Wars vehicle now. This got added in with that update, didn't it? It was strip feed right at the end of 2018. Isn't that a long time ago now? 2018. Weird that, innit? Really weird. It's like a completely different world. It's only 8 years. Well, I say it's a long... I've just said it's a long time ago, and then I've just said it's only 8 years ago. But, yeah, it does feel like a long time ago, but it also feels like it's not... If you're comparing what everything was like in 2018 to now, like, a lot's changed in a little amount of time. Put it that way. But 8 years is a decent amount of time. Sprinter, welcome. But yeah, we shouldn't be entitled to content, but at the same time, it's within their best interests to keep this game going as long as possible with substantial content, just to keep players engaged, playing the game. You know, they add in a subscription service, and like I said, the content's got worse. It hasn't got better, and they keep doing things like this community series showcase where it's just the lowest of the low effort, just to try and keep the game ticking over, and this has gone on now for years. Half a decade this has gone on for. Scary Marksman, welcome. No, not yet. There'll be discounts already in the game, but if you're waiting for new discounts and things, that's 1 hour and 25 minutes. Nah, the ZR380, when they added that in, why they never added in a clean version alongside it? Why? Just so weird. It was just, that entire update was just so weird. They really thought the Arena Wars stuff was going to be like the next thing to elevate this game's popularity, and it just fell flat.
That car totally is hot.
Very experimental. I guess it's alright. It's not the worst thing in the game, but it's not. If I was to rate the update, I'd probably put it in D tier. D tier update. Expensive. No real replay value. Don't like the designs of some of the vehicles. The only redeeming thing about it is, what I can think of is this vehicle that I'm in now. It wouldn't even be good if they updated it. It's just shit in general. It's just crap. It's almost like they tried to make a job for people that like griefing people in races. But playing Arena Wars isn't the same as griefing people in races. It's just not the same for them, so... Who is Arena Wars for? Who is it for? It's alright saying it's for nobody now, because nobody wants to play it. But at the time, it's just... Who wanted PvP races? It was always a bit of a weird one.
Are you okay?
Would you take a heist over Arena Wars? Yeah, you would.
Don't pay any attention to that.
And they probably spent a lot of time making Arena Wars as well.
Nice car. Overcompensating
And
much?
the only other good thing about it is as well the Arena Garage. With all the glitches that have been in there. It's been out for 12, 13 years and you still don't have a favourite update. It depends. I mean, I don't know. Some of the things are a bit shit. Some of the content pays a bit shit. It's almost like they've not adjusted the payouts for inflation within the game. They have done with some of the things, haven't they? Like some of the Doomsday Heist, they pay a bit more. But then they've nerfed things such as like KO per eco, you don't make as much money. It's like, what's the point of playing KO now over something else? I don't think they want people playing KO at all. KO served its purpose to them. It did its job for like 2 years. Then after that, it just became a pain for them. So they just started nerfing it. Because people were making too much money from it. It served its purpose because it was like a map expansion sort of thing, wasn't it? Come play GT Online again, it's getting a map expansion. Remember all the hype around it at the time as well, when it first came out? Like, KO was a big update, probably the biggest update that GT Online's ever had. What is comparable to KO per eco? Nothing. So I'll tell you this much. Like the biggest updates that we've ever had in GTA Online are, in terms of popularity-wise, KO Perico by a mile. And then the next one is Los Santos Tuners. Los Santos Tuners was a really big update. Not as big as KO Perico, about half as popular, but that was also more popular than a lot of other things that we get. And another one that was relatively popular was San Andreas Mercenaries. That was mainly because of the Raiju. Mainly because of the Raiju. Have you seen a theme with this, by the way? When they've actually added things in that people wouldn't mind having in the game, it's been a popular DLC. Like a map expansion. Really popular. Car meets and, you know, all these cars that are highly customizable. Because people love customizing cars. It's one of the main things in the game, isn't it? Grand Theft Auto. People really enjoyed the update. Or people were really bothered about the update. Then, San Andreas Mercenaries. Okay, questionable about all the other content, but because they'd added in a Raiju and not had a jet like that in ages, and people want stuff like that, people were really bothered about it. I know this from the YouTube analytics, by the way, and yeah, I guess it's not really an accurate way to tell how popular things are, but I can tell it depend. You know, when you upload a video and like more people are bothered about it, I guess you are at the mercy of the algorithm at the same time. So it won't be a fully accurate picture. But there's no way that KO Perico was like the day KO Perico came out was probably the best my channel's performed in terms of like viewership by a mile. It's just not comparable to anything else. Just not comparable to anything else. And even if I didn't have KO Perico like that, like KO Perico wasn't that successful, if I didn't cover KO Perico, Los Santos Tuners would have been that, just ahead by miles. Because that's how popular they were compared to everything else. What was the most boring update? Probably the one that we just had. Like nobody, like what? Why were people bothered about mansions? You always had, and I always felt like it was a vocal minority of players that were always buying on about these mansions. Maybe it was more of a thing back in the day, but we're finally getting mansions. Who gives a shit? People only care for the garage space. You could give me the shittest property ever. It could have no textures inside it, but if I could put cars in there, if I could store 10 cars in there at the very least, I'll be happy about it. Because then I've got more vehicles I can buy. Who cares? Who cares? You know what I mean? Some people may like the mansions. Oh, well, no, you're in the minority. Who gives a shit? You don't spend time in the mansions. There's no reason to spend time in the mansions. They are pointless. They really are. They're pointless outside the garage space. And especially in the way that they did it as well, because all the mansions are the same as each one another. There's no point in owning all of them outside of the garage space. Yeah, they're in a different location, so buy the one that, if you're only going to buy one, buy the one in the location that you want it in, but it's not, isn't the update that people make it out to be. I mean, I think there's some people that'll go along with things and try and say, oh yeah guys, it's a really good update, and you know, these may be people that make YouTube content and etc, just trying to make it seem like, you know, trying to boost the viewership, trying to build hype around it so people check out the content that they make. But there is no way. I've seen people say, and we discussed this at the time that the update came out. There were some people, I think it was TGG said something like this, that it was a 9 out of 10 update, and it's like, what on earth? How is it a 9 out of 10 update? And I remember saying at the time, we can't be saying that. We can't be saying that. We can't be saying that's a 9 out of 10 update when it just isn't. It just isn't. What content is in this current update, the update that's just come out, this Mansions update? What content is in there that brings it up to a 9 out of 10? When you think of 9 out of 10 updates, you think of things like the Diamond Casino heist. You know, an heist that was really fun, replayable not just because it's fun, because it is fun, but there's multiple ways to approach it, multiple ways to set it up, multiple options that you can make throughout setting it up that, you know, impacts the way you complete the finale. It pays well. It's not really... Okay, it can be boring to set up if you've set them up loads and loads of times before, and yeah, I guess the setups are a bit of a grind anyway. They're always going to feel like that, the setups, but for as far as setups go, they're alright. And then you've got all of the cars that we got with that update as well, and it's like, that's like that could be a 10 out of 10 update, yeah? But nothing's ever perfect, so we'll just say 9 out of 10 for the sake of it. Like, how is this update that we've just had? How is this update that we've just had a 9 out of 10? Crispy, welcome. Yeah, people never used to like Mr. Boss for the win, but I always feel it a bit... I think it's more because he doesn't bother with everyone, so like people slag Mr. Boss off, and that like the videos he makes, because some of the videos he makes are a bit shit. But like when you've got people coming out and saying DLCs are like a 9 out of 10 when they just aren't, and they'll come out and say, yeah, but this is it's opinions based. That's my opinion. I think it's a 9 out of 10 update. I don't like the Diamond Casino Ice. It's like, yeah, but you've got to understand that the Diamond Casino Ice added in more substantial content than what this Mansions DLC did. What is the point in a mansion? You get the garage space and that's it. And then we've had these no way missions as well. Like the no way missions, to be fair to them, they're better than some of the other things that we've had in the game like that. You know, like the Clicking Bell Farm raid. That was alright at first because it was something different, but that when I went back and replayed them after not playing them for a while, I thought it was a bit shit. It was cool at the time, and not so much now. And then when Oscar Guzman flies again, Oscar Guzman shouldn't have flown again.
I wish I could afford a car like that.
Some of those missions were just... It's the one with the drone where you go underwater and searching for everything. And then the finale as well when you're in the plane and... yeah. But they added in a new plane for that Oscar Guzman flies again stuff. I don't know the name of the plane now. But they decided to build the mission around... I guess it's called Oscar Guzman flies again. He flies the plane for you, yeah? But why? Why do that? You add in a new plane and you design the mission and everything around a plane that's been in the game for 8 years. Well, 9 years now. Why? Why do that? It was so weird. So yeah, these no way missions, I kind of like the finale for the no way missions, but everything else can be a bit of a drag. It's mainly a bit of a drag because I don't think it pays out enough for how long it takes to complete. You could complete a KO in less time and get more money. I get that you don't need a property to play these missions, but we've got to make content for everyone, not just new players. Because it's the way that they do these missions and the way they format them, they basically turn contact missions into like a heist sort of format. You get the setup missions and you do a finale. They don't feel like heists, but they're kind of supposed to be a bit like ice. Up it's a 5 actually. What, a 5 out of 10? Nah, the update's like a 3 out of 10. What cars have they added in? I think the cars were a bit underwhelming. Everything else, it's just... Yeah. I made a video on it, didn't I? I'll catch up on the comments. Let me just have a look at this. Let me just see if this rejogs my memory. That's not the video. Well, that's it. Stop overhyping the Mansions DLC update, because honest to God, the amount of people that were making it out to be something that it just wasn't, and that it was a lot better than what it actually was or is, it's just ridiculous. How can we sit there and say, "Oh yeah, you've done it again, Rockstar. It's a really good update," and think, "Yeah, this is a new standard going forward of update that Rockstar should be adding into the games. Yeah, we're happy with this content." You know, they should be pushing to make things better and better in terms of what they're adding into the game. And then when things have obviously died down, obviously they're making GTA 6, things aren't going to be as like what they were 5 years ago. But when people are there saying, "This is really good content," and this is like a 9 out of 10, it's almost as if like this is the standard of update that they should be going for, when it just isn't, because what have they added in that's... I said this about it as well. If they got rid of all of the content that they added in, what would you miss from GTA Online? You'd miss nothing. And that's the problem. It's added in nothing substantial that changes the way you play GTA Online. Nothing. Okay, there's a thing that boosts the business, but that could have been tagged along with anything, not just the mansions. It's almost like an afterthought sort of thing, just to try, like, make it worthwhile buying a mansion. Well, actually, you get this with it. RedLester, good day. I think it's supposed to be based off the AC 130. Oh, you're talking about the new Titan. Well, this is the thing as well, because a lot of the things that they add into this game now have been made for GTA 6, but they basically port them from GTA 6 into this game just to deliver content for GTA Online, to keep GTA Online going, to keep GTA Plus going until we do get GTA 6. So then, it's... GTA 6 has already been ruined to a degree because of GTA Online. Yeah, you've tuned into GhillieMaster. Might be one of the most offensive things you've said to me. RedLester's called me American. Yeah, but I'm right. I'm not wrong though, am I? Like, what they added in, you've got all these people making out like the Mansions update was a really good update, and it's just not. And it's like, okay, let's tell Rockstar it's a really good update, so that's the new gold standard of update that they should be working to. You know, they should be matching the Mansions update. No, you should be exceeding the Mansions update, because the Mansions update shit. It's shit. Byron says, "Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The mansions look good, but as you look at it, you notice that they reuse something in that mansion because they all have the same interior, but it's different locations." Yeah, that's what I said earlier. There's no difference between it. It's kind of like what I expected from that, and I guess what a lot of us expected was that there were going to be 3 different types of mansions. Like a low tier 1, a mid tier 1, and a high tier 1. And to be honest, I kind of expected the high tier 1 to be about 50 million, just because they know that lots of people have got lots of money on this game now, and people want to spend it before GTA 6. If there was a mansion for 50 million, would people be missing out on something? Not really, because the mansions are pointless. It's just like a novelty thing, isn't it? The fact that they never did that, 3 different tiers of mansions, and all the mansions are the same, and it's a bit cheap as well. They are a bit cheap, aren't they? Business boost, that's it. The business boost, the garage space, and the highlights of the mansion. The highlights of the mansion. He's forgotten about the no way missions briefly, mate. I've not forgot about the no way missions doing the bloody thing. Career progress for them. Did I even claim my rewards for that? I think I completed it and just never. Where's rewards? Oh no, I did. Did I? Yeah, I must have done. That's it, isn't it? Anyway. The people developing games don't play games themselves anymore. It's just weird. What games did they play? It's bizarre. That's what it feels like anyway. It's just weird to me that so many women work in, you know, making video games. It just doesn't it doesn't seem natural. It's all, I guess, artificial. Weird, isn't it? Weird. It's just not normal. I'm not saying that there's not going to be women that want to make video games. It's just you look at these development teams and they're just, some of them seem to be full of women. Don't know if it's like that at Rockstar, but it's like there's some studios in America that are like that. And it's really evident because it's almost like they can't play the games that they're developing. Even that genre of game that they're making, they just can't. And like, they need to be making these games because female empowerment, this sort of thing. Yeah, okay. That's why you need to be making FPS games, is it? Okay. How many women do you come across on shooting games? Like, you come across more transgenders. You come across more... I'm not even joking. You come across more transgenders. Always the case. But yeah. Weird times, isn't it? Weird times. I miss the days when people that used to make games play the games that they were making themselves and wanted to make a game that they'd play themselves, because at the end of the day, they were players just like us. They knew what people wanted from video games and so on and so forth, rather than just churning out games just for the sake of all these publishers that just want to make money. Churning out just games that aren't up to standard. Games that just aren't up to standard. And they get blocked. Getting more updates in Michael, or is that it? I don't think we'll be getting anything else, to be honest. People going about this finale DLC, it's just talk, isn't it? It's just wishful thinking to keep hype going. Finale DLC. People have said this to me. What do you think about the finale DLC? As if it's going to be some big, massive thing, like they're going to add in an heist. I've always said to people as well, why would they make the finale update for GTA Online a heist months before GTA 6 comes out, when they could have been making a heist DLC update for GTA 6 Online? It just doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? We're not going to get a heist. These people don't even believe it themselves, but they'll say that on these videos just so then... They're like manipulating the viewers. So then they come back and always watch the content. You know, the best YouTubers are the ones that can manipulate their audience the most. Because they've got them. They've got them. They can play with the emotions. And if you can play with the emotions, you can manipulate people to click on your videos. Well, you can, if you can play with people's emotions. You can basically get them to do anything. You see it every day with this system that we currently live in, you know, with things like COVID. Like how ridiculous is that? They do that a lot, because fear is the easiest way to control people. So it's like they put fear into people, and they also give a solution. Well, we need to do this. We need to do this, so people go along with it, and that's how they control them. You see it a lot with English people at the minute. I don't really want to get too political today, but you know what I'm on about. You know exactly what I'm on about. English people are just so pathetic, aren't they? So pathetic. I've given up on them. I've given up on English people. I'm English myself, but I've given up on them. Defeated. I wouldn't say defeated. I wouldn't. It's just, I'm a realist. I'm a realist. Yeah. What's the point of bringing Michael back? I think people wanted Michael to come back just because Michael's the favourite character, and he's kind of the most vocal out of the three, and is the most interactive with the community, I guess. So people like Michael because of that. I think it's wishful thinking. I think something is coming. It'll be subpar. Oh yeah, there'll be like a finale update, but I'm not on about like something as grand as what people are making it out to be. As if it's going to be substantial content. It'll be just some more shit ported from GTA 6. And they'll make a big deal out of it. But that's it. Like a lot of these people that say stuff like that probably don't even believe the things that they're saying themselves. It's just wishful thinking, and lots of time it's not even wishful thinking. It's just trying to get people interested in something and, you know, manipulate them into watching the videos. There'll be people thinking, I don't think any of you in the chat would be thinking this, but there'll be some people watching thinking, look, this Mong is saying he's only saying this because he's only on 10 viewers. No, I'm not. I couldn't give a shit on how many viewers I'm on, to be honest. If people want to watch, people want to watch. If people don't want to watch, people don't want to watch. It is what it is. What was the voice actor for Trevor? Should have never have left Rockstar because he got replaced by Dax. Mate. I actually kind of prefer Dax to Trevor, I'm not going to lie. So my voice has gone there. It's, yeah. Dax over Trevor. I'd just never give a shit about. Yeah, it's gone down. It's gone down now. After I said that, RedLester. It's gone down. And I can see it in YouTube Studio.
I think my experience is strong. Before that, a couple shows stuck in development hell at MeTV.
Why have I got so many tabs open?
I'm not sure what you heard, but my references are very strong. But heard because I asked if he was in the closet.
The thing is with how it works is it's average viewer duration. So like the better your average viewer duration is, the more people it end up getting into your stream, because it recommends it to more people. So you'll get like a seed audience, and the seed audience is like a bit of a test to see how well how good your stream is before it pushes it out to more people. And you'll see people on. You'll see channels even smaller than me get more views, and it's because people just prefer watching them. It's just maybe it's a personality thing. Honest to God, I think people's accents go a long way. People's accents go a long way, especially an American accent. An American accent will go a long way. Will go a long way, and you have the odd people from like, not from America, basically putting on an American accent just because it's more beneficial to their careers, because it makes them more popular, because people are just more willing to listen to them because they've got an American accent. It's almost like it makes them more popular in not just in America but all these other countries as well. Like, I guess non-Anglo countries. It makes them popular in more non-Anglo countries because non-Anglo countries, some non-Anglo countries really love American accents. That's like, if it's an American accent, it's just like subconsciously thinking, oh, this guy knows what he's on about. It's like they just love American culture, so they've got to watch an American. That sort of thing. Just look at my video and I just think, God, this is some fucking mong from Yorkshire. I've even swore there. It's some mong from Yorkshire. Not watching it. Not watching it. Some people just click off. No, I'm not even joking here. If I was an American, I'd get at least double the amount of viewers. I'm not even joking. And I've tested this before with AI voices. Like the YouTube shorts that perform the best for me are the ones with the AI voice, rather than my own. So it's like, what can I do? I can't really do anything. Like I'll be better off just using AI voices. I'll be better off just not making anything myself. I've often thought sometimes I should just like try and lean into just uploading gameplay stuff and just showcasing gameplay. You know, when things like DLCs come out, but and yeah, there were people thinking, yeah, but it's also a person. Yeah, it is a personality thing as well. But people are also really judgmental. They won't even get to know you. Oh, no, I don't like him. Just click off the video. It is what it is. It's just whatever. Could I give a shit? There'll be some people. If you watch me, people you probably won't understand what I'm on about. But KSI and his brother. I can't stand KSI and his brother. It's KSI. I get why people would watch him, but he's just a mong. He really is. It's like, you know how people don't like Jake Paul? He's basically a black Jake Paul, but with an English accent. That is it. That is it. He's just the same as Jake Paul. Like, if people don't like Jake Paul, then like, maybe you prefer the content KSI makes. I'm not saying that, but he's basically the same as him, personality-wise. He's just as insufferable, if anything more insufferable, because people don't really call him out as being insufferable. I wouldn't. Maybe that's being harsh, but he's definitely similar to Jake Paul. And if people don't like Jake Paul, then I don't know. Don't know how he slips past. His brother's better than him. Deji's better than KSI. His brother is better than him. Jake Paul is Dax. Brilliant. Yeah, Jake Paul is Dax. Oh, look at that. Didn't mean to do that. Not my stick on accident. I think the problem that it may sound weird. You probably won't know what I'm on about here. You get lots of them, lots of people that make YouTube content in England, whether it be on whatever. It's kind of really Americanized, and I don't think they realise that they're doing it without. Well, they don't realise they're doing it. It's just like the way they pronounce things, you know, like it's just weird. Like Morgs always used to be one as well. Morgs used to be like that. It's like very Americanized video, but you know, the way like even pronounce stuff. Not the accent, obviously you can tell it was from Sheffield, by the way. You could tell that, but it's just like the way he delivered it, you know, the flow of the things that he was saying, you know, the way he talks. It's just, yeah. Eden Ross. Yeah, but Eden Ross is a bit narcissistic. I don't like Eden Ross. Eden Ross is probably one of the worst. I don't like the way he looks. He just looks untrustworthy, doesn't he? Just don't like the way he looks. Rubbish, they're all Mongs. What, Deji? I'm not saying Deji's not a Mong, but Deji's better than his brother. I'm just trying to think. There's no one that makes good content anymore. I'm trying to think. You see, things have changed so much over the years. Like, Twitter's become shit. Twitter's become shit because now you just get lots of people spamming out tweets, just saying nonsense things just because other accounts verified. Well, they paid for Twitter Blue or whatever they call it. Their account's verified, so the more interactions they get and the more, I guess, what is it? They call them views now. It used to be impressions, didn't it? They call them views. So basically, the more views somebody's tweet gets, the more money they get paid. If they're on Twitter Blue. So they'll just tweet out the most nonsensical rubbish just to try and, you know, hopefully throw a tweet out and it'll stick. You see a lot about games. It's like, you know, you're offering nothing to this conversation. You're just saying outlandish things. It's like, so you've got Marathon. We use Marathon as an example. No Soul 5051, welcome by the way. What happened to not judging people off their appearance? Man, that's always happened, always will happen. It's just instinctual. Like, no matter how much you say to people you can't judge a book by its cover, people will always judge a book by its cover. It's just instinctual. And sometimes, yeah, people are right to judge a book by its cover. Sometimes people just look a bit weird. And like what I said about Eden Ross, he just does not look, he just looks untrustworthy. I just wouldn't trust him. Just would not trust him. It has to be done. It has to be done for some people. And some people you can just look into their eyes and it's like, you do not see a human looking back at you. And this is not it's not even a racial thing. Like, you get these anywhere. You get these people anywhere. It's like some people are just not there, are they? Not there. You get what I'm saying though, because you look into you know what I'm on about, don't you? I can't quite put it into words, but you know exactly what I'm on about. Yeah, you understand. Oh, it's like some people are just... I'm not saying they're stupid or anything. It's just like they're not... I just wouldn't trust them. Yeah, I'm dodgy looking. But I've got red hair. If people are bothered as to why I don't use a face cam, I prefer having anonymity on the internet. I think the internet is his best when people don't carry on the real life into the internet or onto the internet, because it's just when people do that. It's just, give it a rest, mate. You know, people used to have breaks from, like, I guess, real life shit. They could just go and have a break from things and just disconnect from everything, go somewhere, do things. But now, because people are always on the internet, it's like they can't continue, like, real life shit on there as well. It's just, yeah, faceless waffling, strawberry blonde. I'm not ginger. I don't like when people imagine a ginger, they imagine a Celt ginger. I'm not a Celt ginger. I'm not. I'm from Yorkshire. If anything, we've got red hair in Yorkshire because of Norsemen. These are bloody people from Norway. Bloody Norwegians. Their fault. You get what I'm saying there? You get what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying about some other people. It's like, when you look at some people, it's just it's like a human's not looking back at you. It's like, yeah. That's the only way I can put it. It may seem harsh, but it's... There's people that are like that. Yeah, people say because they're probably from Wales. Wales is not better. There's lots of people in Wales. So these Celt nations, the Celt nations in the United Kingdom, are really nationalistic. They're basically, well, they're not nationalistic. They're the opposite to England. If England's for something, they're against it. Because England's the bad guy. England's the bad guy. So if England's for something, then that is the wrong thing to be doing. So we're against it. So you get lots of these Celt nations that are really like, oh, I'm not British, I'm Welsh. I'm not British, I'm Scottish. That sort of thing. And it's just ridiculous. Especially Scotland, because Scotland. This is what people don't realise is, so who are the English? And people say it's the Anglo-Saxons, but the Saxons are down south, and well, mainly down south, and you know the Angles are mainly further up north, like the Midlands and up north. But this stretches. So like, if I'm classed as English because I've got Anglo blood, then so are some people in Scotland. Like, they're not Scottish because they've also got Anglo blood. You know, like Edinburgh. And these places also had Viking invasions, just like what happened in the north of England. So like, I come from Yorkshire, and Yorkshire's like the capital of Yorkshire is York. Well, it's not like, I don't know if it's a capital, but it's like the main city. Like, why it's called Yorkshire, obviously. And York used to be the capital of England, and it was also the capital of Danelaw. And Danelaw was basically Viking territory in what is now England, before England was a thing. I think it was before England was a thing. And it was called Jorvik. No, the weekly update's not come out. Where's the best country in the UK to live in right now? None of them. None of them. They're all shit. You don't want to deal with English people because they're just turned into cattle. It sounds harsh, but that's... Look, with everything that's going on now and like everything that went on with COVID and shit, so I can't say anything else. I can't say anything else. They just are. Like, English people have just been turned into cattle. Don't sit down and watch television. Don't sit down and watch television. Don't do any of that. They'll use television against you. I'm not really providing much context, am I? Television was the thing that basically really changed things for people in England, because instead of doing like their own thing and, you know, going about the life how they used to go about the life before television, like people, a big part of people's life became the television, didn't it? And obviously then it's just people aren't going out and doing things, thinking for themselves, and then you've got the television telling people things, influencing people subconsciously without them even realising, and it's still happening today. You know, media plays a big part in just... And this is not like media as in news, just any sort of media. Media plays a big part in just turning people into, well, cattle, really. Making it so people can't think for themselves, that sort of thing. I don't know, it's not... I couldn't really give a shit about the economy, to be honest. I've never been somebody that's been into the economy. As far as I'm... Well, the thing is, you know, when you're in a system as bullshit as this, and like the entire system needs changing, I couldn't give a shit. And I always say this as well, like, the current economic system's bullshit, and I think some people think, what, are you, a communist? No. I also think if somebody's more skillful than somebody else, they deserve to be rewarded more. Not communist. At the same time, I don't think people should be absolutely exploited. Like interest, what a bullshit thing interest is. Like I've just, it's a construct, isn't it? It's a construct. It's a human construct. It's not something that is. It's not necessarily natural. You've got to be a certain way out to give a shit about it. And yeah, it does make an impact on everybody's life. So yes, people have to be bothered about it to a degree, but I can't really sit down and be an economist. Well, you'll never really find me talking about the economy unless it's basic things, because I just think it just needs changing. So I have no idea. All I know is people like to blame Brexit for a lot of things. They blame... So you get people... I'm more bothered about immigration. So you get lots of people blaming things on Brexit. And immigration is one of them, but they also talk about the economy with Brexit. But they don't... The thing is, it's also improved a lot of things as well. Like, some things have got worse, but some things have got better. It's give or take, that sort of thing. And but the thing with immigration, people say, well, we get less immigrants from EU countries now. We've left the EU. Which is what people want. People didn't want them coming across. Because what was happening was, in England, so, and it's probably still a thing in the EU, if something is funded by the EU, then so many people have to be working for that. Let's say it's something that's propped up by the EU, and they employ people. They have to employ so many people from the EU. It's like, they have to have EU workers from other countries working for them. That's how it works. which is just bullshit. Like if we can fund our own shit. We don't need to be funded by the EU. We're not in the EU now anyway, so we're not funded by the EU. So that doesn't really happen anymore, but what happens instead, we get all of these immigrants from outside of the EU. And lots of people say, well, this is happening because we're Brexit, it's your own fault, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but all these other countries in Europe that are still in the EU have the exact same problem with us when it comes to that. This country's worse off than us as well, from people coming from outside the EU, like France. They're in the EU. This EU talk is so boring, isn't it? Sack it off. It just doesn't need to be a thing. Yeah, England. Anyway, these Celt nations, like what you were saying, when you left your comment about Wales, they are borderline obsessed with themselves, but they're not really obsessed with themselves. They're just obsessed about not being English. If you're from England, you'll know what I mean. Even if you're from Wales, I've got nothing against people from Wales. It's not all of them, but it's a decent amount of them. Like Celt nationalists. You get lots of them that are nationalistic, but they're not nationalistic. So you think if someone's a nationalist, they'll be pro their own people and for their own people, and they'll think, well, if you're a Welsh nationalist or a Scottish nationalist, you'd be for your own people. You know, things in Scotland and Wales should be for only Scottish and Welsh people. No, that's not the case to these Scottish nationalists, because being a Scottish or a Welsh nationalist is just being against what England is for. So, like, lots of people in England don't want immigrants, but lots of people in Scotland and Wales do want immigrants because England's against all these immigrants. So because England's against all these immigrants and whatever England does is bad, then we're going to be pro all these immigrants. So they're basically willing to permanently alter the demographics to a point where, well, eventually those places won't end up being Wales or Scotland because those people, Welsh or Scottish people, won't be there anymore. They're willing to go ahead with that just because it's not what England would do, which is just bizarre. It's like, what? AI robots to replace human jobs. Not yet. Not yet. You see it a lot. You see it a lot. And it just doesn't make any sense. They'll call themselves a Scottish nationalist. It's mainly the Scots more than the Welsh with that sort of thing. They'll call themselves a Scottish nationalist, but at the same time, they want to increase immigration. And you'll get them talking about, I forgot his name. It's some sort of politician. You can look him up for. He was on. I think it was before the election in 2024. They have all like politicians from all these parties on TV having debates, and it was in one of them, and they were talking about immigration. And I think it was arguing, or it was it's something to do with Nigel Farage. They were talking about immigration, and they were saying, "Oh, we need to increase immigrants in Scotland because we've got an ageing population." It's like, how are you in a nationalist party saying that? Like, if you're in a nationalist party, you should be saying, well, we need to be making it easier for Scottish people to have kids because we've not got enough people being born in Scotland. So we need Scottish people to be having more kids. You know, that would be the commonsensical thing to do, but no, let's just bring all the immigrants in because England's against the immigrants. We'll do the opposite to England. It's crazy. I mean, look at London. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny at the end of the day. It's a funny one. Because I also feel like I've got to be very careful with what I say, because people take things the wrong way. People have led to believe, you know, when somebody talks about the things like what I'm talking about, like I'm inciting hatred. You can't talk about these things. It's like, what? I'm inciting hatred. It's like people have led to believe when you talk about these things, you say the things that you say out of hatred for others when it's not. It's the complete opposite. You say the things that you say for the love of your own people, because your own people at the end of the day is an extension of your family. You know, eventually people will find somebody that they'll marry and have kids with that are the same ethnicity as them. Their kids will grow up and have kids with somebody else that is English. Welcome, Hamed. He's talking about Scotland. No, Scottish people are stupid. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Because we like, you can go to places in London and there's just like no integration whatsoever. Like the street signs are in like Hindu and shit like that. Bengali. Urdu. They even do political campaigns in Urdu. It was like, these people don't even speak English. This is what they want in Scotland, just because people in England are against it. It's just weird. It's just bizarre. It's just suicidal. That's just weird. Anyway, I don't even like English people myself. I just think they're all pathetic. Name me a group of people more pathetic than English people. I just can't. In fact, you just can't in general. I mean, maybe Scottish people, just because it's... I don't dislike any of them, by the way. Good week to hop on or no? No, it's not. It's not a good week to hop on. It's shit. It's just a continuation of everything else that's been going on previous weeks with this community series showcase stuff. Are you jumping on, Street? Because we need to play these races, mate. Look who's online. Liam. Liam's online. There was one clip that was going around from some GB News sort of thing, and you should probably watch it to get a perspective on what I'm on about. Because you'll have people, so like even these immigrants that we've got in England will even comment. Yeah, like things have really changed demographically. Even like it's mainly like the older immigrants that have been here, well, pretty much all their life. They'll say like things have changed substantially when it comes to demographics and like the culture and everything around them, because there's less English people, and like all these English people that end up getting interviewed in these sorts of things, they'll just be like, no, I've not noticed anything. Don't be so pathetic. It's just so cringe. It is. And there's part of me that just thinks, you know what, English people deserve all of this to happen to them because they're just so pathetic. It's almost like, I'm not ashamed to be English, but sometimes I do feel that way just because of other people. It's like you've gone from being English was almost like winning the lottery. And look at them now. Look at English people now. God. Yeah. If you're not English, GG. You've won, basically. You love English people. Yeah, but there's people that say they love English. The problem is with English people, they don't love themselves. They don't love themselves. You've got all this past guilt from like colonialism and shit like that. Like, what? It's so bizarre to me. It's so bizarre to me because it's like, okay, would you go to these countries and do the things that they claim that you did? And it's like, no. I'm not saying like people didn't die. I'm not saying people didn't die, but you know, we went into these countries and you had all these sorts of horrible things happening. Like, you know, when we first went into sub-Saharan Africa, and you know, we had all these people eating each other, all of these just ridiculous things going on. We put an end to all that. made countries out of these places that are still there today. You know, places like Nigeria, Ghana. You know, this place is better off for us being there than not being there. Put it that way. And countries like India. Like a lot of the, you know, like you'll have seen the train videos of them getting knocked over by the trains, but those train lines have been there ever since we were there. Like they're train lines that we put down. Like the buildings that they use, they're Victorian buildings. And I can tell the Victorian buildings because, well, they've started to knock a few of them down. But like when I was a kid, they'd still have like the odd Victorian building standing. Whether this is like some sort of leisure centre, you know, like a swimming pool or something like that. It were mainly swimming pools, to be fair. Those buildings were all very similar to each one another, and they look the exact same in places like India. Look the exact same. When you see these buildings in India, look the exact same. And inside, it's maybe not a leisure centre or a swimming pool, but it's just so obviously Victorian. That sort of thing. So yeah, welcome if you just joined us. They talk bad about American people because the accent's annoying. If you were English, you'd understand. I mean, I don't necessarily dislike Americans. There is a bit of a difference between an Englishman and an American. Even though you can get people that are basically indistinguishable from each one another, really. Like I guess the Anglos in America. There's just something. It's foreign, but it's not foreign. There's something about it. Like, I don't dislike Americans. I think a lot of it is media driven, to be honest, with people not liking Americans. The thing is, they're also memeable. Americans are quite memeable. I don't think they realise it. But like, they probably think we're memeable, but we don't quite understand it because we're not American. Kind of works both ways, but you get people that do like genuinely hate Americans, and it's just like media driven. It's like, how can you not realise that you're all getting played to basically hate each one another? How can you not see that that's going on? You're all getting played on purpose to create division. And then they're going to use that division to shove these things forward. They're going to offer you solutions, and slowly but surely they're going to strip your freedoms away from you. And people are just going to go along with it, yeah, because if that stops that from happening, yeah, I'll happily do that. And then before you know it, it's just... You'll have all these digital IDs and all this sort of thing will get ushered through the door. I mean, we see it with this age verification stuff in England. This is a stepping stone for eventually getting to like a digital ID, because it just gets people familiar with that sort of thing, isn't it? Oh, I'll put my ID into this just to be able to use, I don't know, to sign up for something, to be able to talk to people on Xbox. That's a non-issue, isn't it? Get people used to doing that sort of thing. And yeah, because the reason why everyone went along with it over here is it was to protect children online. That's it. To protect children online. Stop children from watching or getting into like pornographic content and things like that. To prevent them from getting groomed and vice versa. It's just not. It's just not. It's like a surveillance sort of thing. They want to know who you are. They want to know what you're saying online. They don't like that you're anonymous on the internet. They want to keep tabs on everything. And people are just going to rate it up because, well, if they say it's this, it must be. It's like, did you not learn anything from COVID? You know, some people are just, yeah. I think the thing is, with Americans, what they go on a lot about as well is they go on about independence a lot. They blabber on about independence. Independence, independence, independence. It's like, what are you on about? Like, why could we give a shit about that? Why? Why? It's so weird to me. It's so weird to me. And like, to put it into perspective, you do realise that we're basically just British people against British people. Okay, maybe one side had the backing from the French. Or something like that. I said, who gives a shit? We lost a war to ourselves. So have we really lost? Like, it's just weird. It's just weird the way that they blabber on about it. It's like turned into a bit of a meme for them as well, hasn't it? It's just... Well, I don't think COVID didn't mess a lot of things up. COVID was a test and lots of people failed it. They drop these tests in every now and again just to see how people react to it, react to them, just to make sure, you know, everything's on the right track. Everyone, you know, everyone's falling in line, obeying everything. And everybody failed COVID. Everybody failed COVID. Even myself, I knew it was ridiculous, but it was one of these things where people should have been really stood against it and just not done anything. But I'd lie if I did. I did disconnect from everything. Didn't really pay attention to it. I couldn't give a shit about these masks, but at the same time, it's not like I went anywhere. It's just something I wasn't really asked about, but this should have really been something that should have been nipped in the bud quickly, and it shouldn't have ever gone through with all these lockdowns or anything like that. It's just bullshit. I remember hyping COVID up to be something like bird flu, and talking about it on stream, actually saying, you know what, if they're hyping it up, trying to say it's something like bird flu, you just know they're exaggerating it, and that it's just not what they're making it out to be, and it's just going to be a non-issue because it's just exactly like, because they did. You remember swine flu? It was probably not even as bad as swine flu, COVID, in the end. In fact, it was all manufactured. I'm not saying it's come from a lab. It's just all manufactured, all created. Whatever COVID was, whether it was just bloody them causing hysteria from people getting a cold, or what, it's, you know, all manufactured. Everyone should have just not give a shit. Yeah, whatever. You're going to put me in a lockdown? No, you're not putting me in a lockdown. Because imagine if everybody just rejected it, what are they going to do? Arrest everyone. What are they going to do? Arrest everyone. We've got to protect people. Piss off. Piss off. Yeah, and the way they used old people as well. The way they used old people as well. Got to look out for the old people. Got to look out for the old people, and some people will be saying, "Oh, so and so. I know somebody that died because of COVID," and it's like, okay, they died of COVID or they died with COVID. It's two very different things. Some people have just got underlying health conditions that they don't know about, especially if they're old age or close to old age, and sometimes they'll just come down with an illness, maybe something like flu, and they'll never recover from it because of those underlying health conditions that they don't know about. Maybe they've got some sort of heart condition or something like that, and they end up dying because of an undiagnosed heart condition because COVID's basically made it worse. They've not died from COVID. They've not died from flu. Like, this still happens, by the way. Old people die when they get flu or a cold just because their bodies can't handle it anymore. That sort of thing. And if people have got underlying health conditions, let's say there's 60 odd or 70 odd, some people will die just from getting a cold or a flu. It's just going to happen. Always has happened, always will happen. And that's what happened with COVID. And not just that, remember, I'd have to look into this. They were putting people, not everyone was supposed to get put on a ventilator. And what was going on was we were putting people on ventilators in England, and it was basically killing them because they were putting them on ventilators, but they were also putting drugs in them morphine and something else, and it was that cocktail of drugs because they were delivering them too frequently and too often. It ended up being lethal. They ended up like dying from it. Not from like an overdose, but like they just struggled on they got put on ventilators and stuff. I'd have to look into it. Sure, they weren't dying, not dying from overdoses. They were dying from the side effects of those drugs because they were taking them too quickly and too frequently. Like if you didn't, like I'm pretty, if you took morphine with whatever else they were giving you and you didn't have COVID, you probably wouldn't die from it, and probably not everybody did die from it. Anyway, this is going to get flagged down as COVID misinformation, even though these are from government reports. But yeah, COVID was an interesting time, wasn't it? Very interesting. Insightful. You got to learn a lot about a lot of people during COVID. Very insightful. Yeah. And then you get all these people saying things haven't been the same since COVID, and yeah, I get why people are saying it, but it was the exact same world before and you just didn't realise it. Just didn't realise it. I tried to do Benny's Wheels glitch, it's so complicated and long. What, the merge glitch? It's the initial glitch out, that's annoying to be honest. Anyway, what I said about English people, yeah, they are pathetic, but I'm not one of these self-hating English people. Like, I probably would never give up on England and English people, but you know, at the same time, you've got to be realistic, and lots of English people are pathetic, and yeah, it's just how it is. So I'll leave that on that. No, don't get me started with that. You know exactly what you've done by commenting that as well, by the way. I used to sit down. When was it? It was like 6 o'clock. Clap for the NHS at 6 o'clock. Sit down, have my dinner. And I'd always see them. All the neighbours outside clapping away. I just used to think, what on earth? What on earth? Like, they're there dancing for TikToks. They're dancing for TikToks. Dancing for TikToks and we're clapping. What we're doing, well done for your TikTok. Well done for your TikTok. Well done for your TikTok. You know, they were supposed to be looking after people like cancer patients, and these cancer patients couldn't get seen to because they're too busy making TikTok dances because of a fake pandemic. My goodness. Or I'm going to clap for it. Well done, well done. Well done, well done. I'm clapping, by the way, you just can't hear it. Bonkers. How ridiculous. They were on a break when they did that stuff. Yeah, and they're that busy they're on a break. Yeah. That busy. And they needed a break that much. They thought, you know what? We'll do a TikTok. We need a rest that much. We'll make a TikTok. Brilliant. We'll do a dance routine. We'll choreograph a dance routine for a TikTok during our break because we're that busy looking after all of these ill patients. Are they doing it now on breaks? It's probably the odd one film on a TikTok, aren't they? Bloody hell. And all these bloody things the media used to give you as well. NHS workers create TikToks to boost morale. Boost morale. Fuck off. It's not often I swear like that on stream, but you like that's when you know. That's when you know when I'm swearing like that on stream. So you can't be saying that seriously. You can't be saying that seriously. They'll sit there watching all these TikToks. Watching all these TikToks, keeping up with these trends on TikToks, choreographing their own dance to go along with these trends on TikTok. Practicing these dances on the break even though they're supposed to be under so much pressure because they've got all of these ill patients from COVID that they're looking after on top of all the other patients that are in the hospital anyway. No. No. Just no. I mean, most of them are women anyway, so they're highly manipulated. They can be highly manipulated. And lots of them are married to the system anyway, so they'll have the opinions of the system. So they'll go along with whatever the system says. It's like women are barely sentient. I don't want to... It may be a bit harsh saying that, but like, what? What? Why do they always go along with these things? Why do they always go along with these things? It would answer a lot, wouldn't it? Women less sentient than men. Would answer a lot. But no, you can't be saying that seriously, RedLester. You cannot be saying that seriously. Not joining RedLester. Not Liam. Invite Street. Gotta play the races for the Play 5 races, mate. It was something I looked in recently. The early lockdown stuff, just to have a bit of a refresher. And it's interesting and fun. Also a bit humorous at the same time. And looking back on it now, it's like, that really did happen, didn't it? They were really there trying to convince people these hospitals were jam-packed and all these nurses and doctors were making TikTok dances, keeping up with TikTok trends, and they're supposed to be working their asses off. Because these hospitals are that busy that they've got enough time on the break to make a TikTok dance. What, they do it on a break? So what? They've done it on a break. If they needed a break, they wouldn't be making a TikTok dance. They'll just doing a regular TikTok. Maybe updating people. Oh yeah, we're under so much pressure, but we're cracking on with it. We're making sure these people are looked after. No, we'll do a dance instead. What? What? Yeah, identifying as Mandy today. That last comment about women really offended me. Well, You wouldn't have understood what I just said anyway to be offended if you were a woman, so... You know, Marathon. I don't know if anybody else has seen, like, people critique. It's really... I tell you what makes Marathon more enjoyable to play. The fact that people don't like it. There's just like... Wow, this is like a game people don't know about. That's really great. And it's like... I can't... If these people think it's shit, I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit. Marathon. Game of the year, by the way. Game of the year, by the way. Have we seen a first-person shooter like it? Have you noticed that every single week on stream since it's come out, I've come on stream and basically laid the game more and more. Rarely happens, by the way. Rarely happens. You know, people are hyped about a game to begin with, and then it slowly dies down week after week. But there's just something about that game that is just, yeah, it's just good. Yeah, I didn't notice. Notice what? I would go into why it's good. I can obviously say why it's good. I just don't think people give a shit. But I just all these negative things that people say about it. It's all people are always talking about it. Always talking about it. They've all got these things to say about it, even though they don't play it. They'll talk about it. They'll want it to do badly because, you know, negativity gets them more views. More views equals more money. So it's easy content for them to make. You know, I could sit here and be, well, I complain a lot, don't I? But it's not just. I don't make things up. I don't make things up. And people will just, they'll be negative for the sake of being negative just because it gets them more views, and that views turns into more, well, obviously, the larger the viewership is, the more money that they make. Especially on Twitter these days, because it's effortless to put out a tweet. Like, I could tweet now. We'll do it. We'll do a Marathon 8 tweet. Marathon is even worse than Concord. You see, look how easy this is. Why did... Well, actually, at least with Concord, they actually tried to make a game that people would want to play. Not to mention the graphics look so much better as well. Marathon looks like a PvE snooze fest. There you go. This is it. And because negativity gets you far, that'll make you £5. I'm not actually going to tweet that, so I don't believe any of that I've just wrote. I did that earlier. Have you joined my session and just trying to mug me? You've orbed me. Why would you say, like, I don't get it. Why did you try mugging me as well? And the mugger ran away from the orb.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. Hold up, man. Did you say Skinny Eddie or Finn?
What was it? I've rung the wrong thing, haven't I? I've seen videos from people as well who are saying they want Marathon to die just because they want video game developers to stop making shit games. It's like,
Hello, this is
what?
Mass Mutual Insurance.
I get it. If they've made a game that nobody would want to play, things like High Guard, free-to-play game by the way, less views than less plays than Marathon. So, you see, somebody said this, didn't they? I don't know what it was from now, whether it was a video or whatever, but I do kind of agree with them. If it was just a random studio that came along and made Marathon, people would be like, oh, it's a new studio. This looks like they've made an interesting game that could compete with with other shooting games. If it wasn't Bungie and if it wasn't Sony, I don't even know what I'm doing now. I rung for that, didn't I? Sure I did. The thing is, I played Marathon in the alpha. I will restart my game, by the way. Car's back. Yeah, you did give the heads up, but I saw the mugger first. And my car was already bashed up anyway. I played Marathon in the alpha. It was lacking a lot of things in it to have real replay value. And it was always like, well, what's the point in playing this? What am I working towards? Because there was just there was nothing in the game really. It was just to make it wasn't like as bare bones as an alpha could be, and to say that the game was going to come out relatively soon as well. It was an alpha. You could go back and look at the alpha gameplay from not even a year ago, just under a year ago.
Hey, Johnny, you going to the meeting?
Go look at that and look at the game today. Like, you can tell it's not even a beta. It genuinely is an alpha. Like, just so much missing from it. The map looks completely different.
You got corporate stickers?
That's what I'm trying to turn off. Alright, let's restart the game. And he had lots of bad PR. Had lots of bad PR because of what happened with the graphic design stuff in the game, with somebody's getting their artwork stolen, and it was always very, like, the art style was very polarizing. People either loved or hated it. I don't really like the art style in it. I can live with it. Because the gameplay is good, but if I was going to make a game, or if I had to pick a game, I wouldn't pick a game that looked like that, put it that way. So there's lots of people that probably will never give it a chance because they don't like the art style. It's kind of gone, it's like they've seen it, no, not for me, I'll not pay attention to it, and they don't give a shit about it. It's because of the art style. And there was always so much negativity around this game for ages before release. It's like people are egging it up to be Concord 3, High Guard 2. In fact, no, this is before High Guard happened. So people were bigging it up to be Concord 2 before Concord 2 happened. Way before it was released, and it got delayed. And yeah, if it was going to be anything like the alpha, because the thing is, people don't do alphas, people don't do betas. It's basically like a bit of a marketing campaign, isn't it, these days, to get people to buy the game so you can play the beta, i.e. Call of Duty. But no, that was a proper alpha after playing the main release. Maybe a bit slow to get into. You have to get used to a few things, but if you stick with it, it is actually a good game. It's actually a good game. Right, I should have looked at what this is going to be. I know the Stinger TT is the podium vehicle, by the way. I'm sure this has been updated. You there, Street?
Yeah, me.
Let's have a look. Do you know what car is the prize ride? It's probably this, whatever it is. Don't really tell because the delivery. What is it? What is it? What is it? Paragon S.
I don't know.
It is. You see, with the Paragon S, it's not really a car I see too often. Delivery.
How you doing? Listen, I'm working on something interesting.
Stuck in there then. So yeah, to top it all off, it's like some people have made a bit of a thing with being negative about all of these video games that come out that are bad because they want good games to release. Yeah, fair enough, but it's like they've been... It's almost like the algorithms eat them up and destroy them because everything has to be negative then because, you know, they've been successful. Like the algorithm's given them the viewers because people wanted to watch stuff because negativity gets them clicks. So now we've got to be negative about everything that comes out. We can't give anything a chance. If something looks shit, it is shit. If I don't like the art style, I don't like the art style. It is shit. It must be a shit game. If I don't like it within 2 minutes, it must be shit, it must be bad. Don't like it. That sort of thing. What do you think, Street? Do you agree?
Of
People being negative
shit
just for the
game.
sake... Well,
Yeah,
people being negative for the sake of being negative just because it got them views on something in the past. So like now they've just got to keep that up because that's a sure way of getting views just because, you know, even things on Twitter like how you get monetized these days on it.
yeah.
Say no, Street. Mate, Street's not stupid. Right, community jobs. What added this week? Stunt races. Right, they've pretty much added all the other ones in that haven't been in already. Do you want to play Kart Cross? RedLester? Which ones are we playing? There's a lot of them. Mega Ramp 1. I played these just on Tollafall. We've got to play that one. We've got to play that one. Even though it's a bloody face-to-face. It's just... I just remember that one. It's a bit about it. I'm trying to remember that one. This is another one we played on Tollafall. That one's alright as well. It's been neatly made. Right, we're gonna have to just the meme out, aren't we? The thing that annoys me about this, I was always going to replace those things at the corner of the track to stop you from cutting the corner. And it never did. And it gets added to community series. Stunt race for up to 30 players. Like, half of me thinks they may have seen me complain about how they were picking the community jobs in the past, you know what I mean? And they've gone, oh, we'll shut him up, we'll add one of his in. But then, like, why would they? Why would they know that I've made a job just because I'm complaining about one? You know what I mean? That sort of thing, so... Which, I've always said, like, compared to what is out there, this should not be put in the community series because there's people that have made multiple jobs. There's multiple people that have made multiple jobs that they've spent multiple months making. That's how intricate and in-depth some of the tracks are in this game. They should be put in the community series over something that has been made with less effort. We've got to play 5, haven't we, straight?
Was it 5?
5 races, 5 community series races. You know, for the
Oh, is that
500,000.
4? Just in the nick of time.
This is really at its best when you've got more people playing it, by the way.
Yeah.
The more people in this, the better, just because
It's just more chaos.
it's kind of made with that in mind, yeah, because it's a slipstream, the boost, it's just... Yeah.
Everyone going off at each other.
That's why it's a simple layout as well, just so then you've got the straights to build up the speed. And that's why it's also restricted. I mean, the problem with the Vito Modern as well is how wide it is. It doesn't... Like, if everyone's in the Vito Modern on this... God help you. You'll be colliding... Well, there'll be collisions all the time. It's like a square driving around, isn't it?
Yeah, here you go now, I'm catching up to you.
Oh, hit the tree. Slid out, hit the tree. Slipstream.
Easy, easy.
You say quick with a slipstream.
Oh god, try and remember this. That was like some video. Turn too sharp.
Some things that I would change about that if I remade it, by the way. Not really with the track layout, but just the way other things are out there. Like, there's a bit of a stand, but that you can't see it. It's on the left of the starting grid. I'd probably do away with that. I've got more props to play around with other areas. What do you want to play?
Up to you.
Not play that one apparently. $3 miles long. Put it on one log so that. We just want to get through them. We just want to get through them. We've played these before. Oh, we're doing third random.
Yep.
I think it's restricted. I'm not really getting anything. There we go. That's the third one.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my third.
The bloody Greenwood.
I just got one of the chameleon colours I got killer. It was like before they all came out.
Can't really remember playing this one, to be honest.
No, I don't think I played this one.
Does seem familiar though.
Funny up. Yeah, it feels it. Feels familiar.
It's a bit weird to do this in muscles, but we're set to muscle, so. If only you could have more props so you could decorate the area a bit better. That's what that was missing. Like some of the things that, you know, when people make tracks like that and then use the prop limit up on the track, it's a shame because they can't decorate it and make it a lot more interesting. Oh, I meant to like that. Just be on accident. Mega Random 6. Random transform rates for up to 30 players. See, I don't know whether some of these are new. All I said at the start as well. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Because when you could create random races, I'm sure they were still putting new ones in the community series. We can do a minimum of 5 maps, and it's 3.28 miles long. Bloody hell! What have we voted for here? Max Mats. Come on, Max Mats. See, I don't think we've played this before. Do you straight?
Feels a bit
Crushed
familiar.
out. I've recovered. Not recovered. Slowly recovering.
Oh,
Slowly crashed out again. Trying to recover.
How have I not blow up? How did I not blow up there?
It's been to the very bottom, but I did recover.
Vigilante.
Vigilante, wow. Got a Clayton
Well, I had
wagon.
me in the other one. I had me
It's not even
in the
mine.
Tampa GT. I was in the Tampa GT and it put me straight in the Vigilante.
Yeah, it's because of the way the transform works. You have to transform at the start of a new lap. But obviously, you can't transform from the plane to a car on the starting grid. In a Vigilante and I've caught you up. A Click wagon.
Oh.
Are you in the Raiju again?
Yep.
I'm in the laser again. This one's alright, it's not too bad, this one. The champion, I sold my champion, I never merged it. I just don't like it.
I don't really mind it, the champion. Oh!
Sliding down on my roof.
Oh, that last jump, I was nearly down the bottom, that last jump just blew me up. The last ramp I hit. Bloodies. Made me nosedive into the ground. I was doing well until right now. Oh!
I may have saved you. You may have been about to blow up at the end again.
Yeah. Oh, didn't blow up somehow. Oh, now I'm in the laser.
I'm in the Krieger. I've only ever been in the laser.
Oh, what? Got
How have you
stuck
blown
on
up?
the tube.
Oh,
Yeah, I got I was flying through the tube, the laser, got stuck in the thing, I couldn't go down. And I think it also had me hand off the one of them like
finally they
6
rise
as
you.
well.
Finally.
I'm surprised they haven't brought in another like military jet.
They've only added in the Raiju because it's the one from GTA 6.
Yeah.
Just easy for them to port content from GTA 6 into this, innit?
I'm surprised they have not added in like a new, not to blow up, a new Zentorno.
Arcade. Zentorno Mark 2. Yeah, I've just blown up as well. A bit glad I've blown up, to be honest. Stockade felt shit. I've got a ramp buggy.
Oh my god, the Hashi drag, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, that was so sketchy. Not gonna ride you again. Oh, Raiju is such a nice jet. Please don't blow up, please don't blow up, please don't blow up.
Winner, winner.
Yeah, don't think I'm making it. Up in the laser.
On to the next one. See, I'm sure we've played this one before. This curvy oval.
Mm. Bit of random.
Third random, yeah. 1, 2. When it gives me a custom. Oh, X80 Pro 2. I've only got this thing because of the merge glitch from years ago. It's a bit. It could do with more players on it, couldn't it?
Mm.
It's that sort of track. And I'm not enjoying driving the X80 Pro too. Has to be said.
Damn.
mean, it's alright, it's a bit repetitive. I'm probably going to give that a no vote though.
For me being in the adder, that's not a bad lap time for it.
Let's play this one. I'm sure this is where you're in the... I forgot it. Forgot the name of it. When it launches, I'll tell you. Well, I don't need to tell you. You'll see it yet. The June. I was going to say that. Oh yeah, there's no liveries there. Why did the camera go like that? That was weird.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, I remember playing this. Just remember, you gotta be careful with your stream.
I mean, it's not bad, this.
Yeah.
It's quite simple, though. I think it's been put together quite neatly. Last lap. Your personal best. Try to cut the corner a bit too much.
Oh my god.
Well, did you enjoy the community jobs? Did you enjoy the community jobs, Street?
Yeah, weren't too bad.
We've done all of these others. Remote. That is definitely 5. We played Kart Cross. We played that one in the with the mountains. We played the random race. We played the curvy oval one, and then we've just played that Dune truck one. And just a check. Where is it? Where is it? Complete 5 community series jobs. Yeah. What do you think about GTA 6 Street?
Hmm?
Oh, it's the Michelle GT's in the thing. I might go and get the Michelle GT. I might go and buy the Michelle GT. I said, what do you think about GTA 6? You reckon it is still going to come out this year?
Yeah, close that will.
When do you reckon we're going to get the next trailer for it? Because it's nearly a year since we had the last one, isn't it?
Probably in another couple months. Probably 2 or 3 months. It's a rough guess.
So you reckon like May, June sort of time?
Probably, yeah, roughly around there.
See, it's weird. It's weird how you'd associate May with being autumn. That's weird, that. Like, May's a good time of year for us.
Hmm.
There it is, look, the Michelle GT. Purchase this and merge it eventually. Not sure which one's in which, but I'll just send it in there. Well, which vehicles are in which mansion. I guess I can have a look at it, can't I, before I go offline. We'll revisit the Michelle GT since it's there and it's the vehicle that I've been after. Just gotta wait for it to get delivered. Annoyingly. There we go.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know. I'll get there as soon as I can.
Since it's the wrong one as well, I think. Oh well. Take the livery off of it.
Oh, Kalahari's in Simeon's.
Is it?
Yep.
They seem to bring that back a lot.
Hmm. Then you got the, what was it, BF Bifter, the Pagale, or Pagale, the Lynx, and the
I wasn't going to spend any money on this, but
Valera, or the Verlier, some people call it.
yeah, I'm not going to fully upgrade it. I just want to look at the customization. Stick F1s on this. There you go, look. Heritage Racer 6.7. Oh dear.
I did stock, Hardy. Sorry, Hardy Y. Favorite name.
That's some composition, yo.
Right, so that's that. I've not really customised it. I'm probably going to merge it at some point. Put something else on it. Then I'll customise it properly. Oh yeah, I forgot it's a car with weird angle in it. Weird camera angle. Sports classics this, I'm sure, yeah. I think that's going to be it for GTA. I'm not going to be streaming much longer anyway, because it's nothing to do. Is there? Nothing to do.
Until the next update. We don't know when.
Let's take a look at something. I've got some game clips. Got some game clips. So this is a marathon. People never expect you to do this either. I've killed lots of people doing this. Well, lots of teams in fact doing this. Watch.
Did you play that marathon?
I've played it every day since it released.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. So they're in that room trying to open up get into the base. You shoot them through this gap here, and like no one ever expects it. No. All of them dead. All of them dead, and nobody ever expects it. Happened the other day. That is not it. I was playing with a TTV here. Can't be as recent as that. No. See, I don't think it was this long ago. Look how many clips I've got in this game, yeah. Playing on my own there. I never play on my own. Oh, I recorded that just to see where something was. I've already clicked on that one. It's not longer than 4 days ago. It's not that. I'm looking for the ones where it's 59 seconds because I purposely clip in 59 seconds because sometimes 30 seconds isn't long enough. Sometimes I screenshot the... I think... Because that's TTV. I'm sure this is it. Like, this is a similar sort of thing, like they get into the base just elsewhere. And nobody ever expects it. No one ever. But and they just all end up dead like that. Like I said, never expect it. Never expect it. What else have I got clipped? Sometimes I'll just clip my teammates just doing... just playing badly. Hit by a shotgun there. So I knocked him there. And this is, like, there's only one left. There's only one left. And this is the thing sometimes. You get teammates that are just behind you. You've got the kill feed. You've got the kill feed. You know what's going on. It's almost like it takes people too long. Well, they never work out what to do. They never work out what to do. So what should be going on here is They should already be ready to go down there because there's only one guy left, regardless if he's got better gear or not, because there's 3 of us. There's only one guy left. You just send it. Send it. Don't carry on ratting like they always do. You have to work for everything, by the way. You have to work for everything. So, like, I got this kill. Teammate gets down, doesn't do anything. I nearly knocked the guy in the vent there now, so he's backed off it. This guy does nothing, just gets shot at. Heals up fairly quickly there. I've knocked him, so now we should really go down there. Really go down there. It's only because I said something, by the way. That guy self-revived. It's only because I said something, by the way, and the self-revive, so it's even more of a reason to go down there. Watch the timing of this, you never hear him. Watch. I'm thinking there's another bot come out of nowhere. I'm throwing this ammo crate down. Oh, where's he come from? You can't even hear him, can you? Oh, it's like unbelievable timing. This was unlucky. Wasn't even the guy that I heard, by the way. Got other clips here. Oh, watch this, watch this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, this. This is unbelievable. It's a shame that this isn't a bit longer. Did I record a minute? No, I didn't. So it's a shame this isn't a bit longer, because the guy that's downed pushed down there from the ladder that's at the side, and I went down the lift. But I grappled down the lift to try and not take fall damage, because it's a different area where the lift's a bit more of a drop. And I got stuck on the side, and that guy only got knocked because of that. And I mean, it took me ages to get down there. And this guy, right, so we'd killed one of them already. There's only 2 of them. There's only 2 of them. It's just a bit of an awkward push because of, you know, where we are. If we all go together, we probably should kill them, but somebody else is going to end up getting knocked. So this guy here is the last one, and that's why I charged at him, like how I did. Shotgun. I've got a shotgun. He's also got a shotgun. He's got more health than me, but I've hit him first, so I've knocked him. But I've knocked him as he's knocked me, because I've not got my shields. So he's only hit me once and dead. And watch this. I'll mute it because it's a bit loud, isn't it? My teammate is just there. Shooting him. Doesn't finish him. Doesn't finish him. He shoots him. Doesn't finish him, and he's self-reviving. This is the last guy alive, by the way. There's another guy next to me that's also, but he's not going to self-revive, and this guy's self-reviving. And just watch, I'm also self-reviving. I'm there pinging like mad. I'm like, unbelievable. I think I go over and knife him. It's to say, like, mate, what are you doing? Idiot. Like, look at this. Just unbelievable now. Look at him self-reviving, and he's just there. He's the last guy, and he should know he's the last guy. I'm just watching this again because this is the revive. You can upgrade your character and get better revive speed. So that's how I've ended up killing him there. Quick resume. People don't like watching this game though either. I don't know what it is about it. I think it really is the art style. Give this game a different skin. People just so much. There'd be many people interested in it that just aren't interested in it. All right. Quick resume just does not work apparently. I'm forgetting you can't hear straight because I'm here at the gameplay audio. This is weird on Xbox, isn't it? Sony Interactive Entertainment. Xbox, by the way. Do we even have anything on me at the minute? I do. I'm not going to sell those. I need to get rid of these weapons and just get the mods because you can get the weapons from in the armory and just buy them. You get more vault space. Look, like that for example, I could just spend 3,000 every time I wanted the weapon, take the attachments off, sell it, and then when I want to use the weapon, just buy it. Same with the Bully SMG. I should only stock up on things like this, for example, the Misraya, these shotguns, and maybe these, because look, I've got 4 bullies in there. 4 of these things. That's a lot of vault space taken up. Just buy those. Take all the mods off that I want. It's like the blue and purple mods. I'd save a lot more space. But yeah, I don't know. People complained about the menus on this, didn't they? And I just... People will complain about anything. If God forbid you've got to spend a bit of time getting used to a menu. It's because of how intricate it is, because of the nature of the game. God forbid you've got to spend time to get to grips to it. It's almost become like a fashionable thing now, hasn't it? To complain about UI design and menus. I don't like this. Ever since Call of Duty the other year. It's like, I'm not bothered. It doesn't have to look a certain way. As long as it works and you can understand where you need to go and what you need to do, fair enough. And as long as it's not ugly. I don't like things that look ugly. You know the Call of Duty menu now, like the Black Ops menus, that looks ugly. Like Black Ops 6, I did ugly UI and nobody pulled it up about it because the font and everything. It didn't look right. It didn't look right. But this doesn't. This looks alright. I think people clown on it a little bit for having all these different fonts because I can see how many different fonts is there on this page. There's one there, so that's 1, 2, 3. I don't think that's a different font to what's here. I think in here it's just that's capitalized. That's 3, 4. I think there's only 4 different fonts, but it's a lot. But yeah, this is a game that seems to, I don't know. I mean, they had a bit of an update for it last week with the Cryo Archive stuff. So it is getting, well, that's the last content to be added into the game, really, from the launch content, but I don't see me stopping playing the game this week, put it that way. It's hard for me to say in a month because what could happen in a month? That's a long time for a game like this. For any game, in fact. Will you still be playing the games that you're playing in a month's time? It's hard to say, isn't it? But yeah, it's a good game. Just damaged by bad PR and just people being negative just for the sake of being negative. The thing is as well, people compare this to Arc Raiders. I've never played Arc Raiders. The gunplay doesn't look as good. It's always looked a bit weird to me, the gunplay on Arc Raiders. Always looks a bit awkward as well. And content-wise, there's just not as much depth to it. There's not as much depth to it as what there is with this. There's far more on this game. There's far more on this game than what there is on Arc Raiders, and it's also more challenging as well. It's a bit more unforgiving. I mean, I'm not really a massive fan of extraction shooters, but I'd play this. I wouldn't play other extraction shooters, but I'd play this. Put it that way. And people will always compare this to Arc Raiders because that's the main game people have been comparing it to. You just play Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is better than this. Shut up. No, it isn't. It isn't. Okay, I get how some people may prefer it, but if we're talking about content and the depth and the games have to offer you, this definitely got, like, Marathon's got a lot more going for it than what Arc Raiders has. I get how you may not like Marathon and how you may prefer Arc Raiders, but to say it's just better in every single race, just not. No. There's a lot more depth to this game. Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders. I'm just trying to get all of these to VIP at the minute. I did that one, then that one, then that one. Probably going to do Mida next. And this one last, Sakaguchi. This one's probably going to take the longest to get up there, to be honest. I still need to use the key cards to get those things. I keep getting marathon keys though. This probably means nothing to anyone watching. These things for the hardest map. Look how many I've got. So like the OR sort of ones, all the keycards there, they've got like an OR, and then you've got like the backwards 3 and the A. That's another one. Right, anyway, if you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and also subscribe for more content. I'll be back again next week. Let me just quit marathon so then I can unmute the audio. Next week, is it going to be GTA Plus next week? I think it might be GTA Plus next week. It's the end of this community series stuff this week anyway, so make the most of it. Be a shame in a way, because it's been interesting playing the community series stuff and getting, you know, rewarded for it. Anyway, like I said, if you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and also subscribe for more content to come. Other things pick up with GTA. I mean, there's not really been, like, even to make videos, there's nothing to cover. I'd have to become one of those talking negatively about the game all the time. Or, another week in GTA Online and we've had nothing, blah, blah, blah. What are Rockstar doing? They can't even make a game. They didn't start making GTA 6 until 2020. Now we've had to wait all of this time. We've had less and less content, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. Right, goodbye, everyone. See ya. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.